Today's word is heart, one's innermost character, feelings, or inclinations, the central or essential most vital part of something. Similar words, center, core, or nucleus.
Personality of a person, the ways of a person, the thoughts, the deeds, the actions, it's all based around his heart. For what is a man? A man is his heart. A lying, cheating heart means a lying, cheating man. A loving, merciful heart means a loving, merciful man. A living heart means a living man. A dead heart means a dead man. Regardless to man's title, regardless to man's wealth, rank, or position, if the heart is not great, then he cannot be great. But if the heart is great, that man remains great under all circumstances, rich or poor, large or small. So it is the heart that makes one large or small.
Matthew chapter 15, 16 through 20 says, "And he said, Are you still without understanding? Do you not see that whatever goes into the mouth passes into the stomach and is expelled? But what comes out of the mouth proceeds from the heart and defiles a person. For out of the heart comes evil thoughts, murder, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false witness, slander. These are what defile a person. But to eat with unwashed hand does not defile anyone." So if you read the whole Matthew chapter 15, you will see previous to that verse I read, Peter was explaining to Jesus how the Pharisees, which were the teachers of God's law before Jesus came, how they were mad with him because he was saying things like this. And Jesus was explaining to Peter that, have you not understood all this time I was with you, that it's not what goes in your body that defiles you, it's what comes out, because what comes out comes from your heart. And back in those days, if you ate the wrong thing, if you didn't wash the right way, it was like 600 laws they were supposed to keep. You were defiled as a person in the eyes of man. And sometimes they would exile you from the camp. And Jesus was coming to shed light that they were doing things the wrong way. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23 says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." So this verse and the previous verse I read goes with that video I showed you of the great late Muhammad Ali, that what comes out of a man would ultimately determine who that man is. Isn't it interesting that you can walk in a room full of people and just listen to everybody speak and determine who that person is? Like, you could look at somebody and be like, yeah, I know not to tell you something. Or I'm going to stay away from you. You like a little shiesty. Or I ain't going to talk to this person. What is that helps you identify that? Well, the scripture is shedding light on that because it's coming from their heart. They mean what they're saying. You don't say anything that the mind don't think and that the heart don't mean. Romans chapter 10, verse 8 through 10 says, "But what does it say? The word is near you, in your mouth and in your heart. That is the word of faith that we proclaim. Because if you confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For with the heart one believes and is justified, and with the mouth one confesses and is saved." So in closing, it tells you, for with the heart one believes and is justified, and with the mouth one confesses and is saved. So your mouth confess what you believe in your heart. So when you talk out your mouth, you're not playing, whether you say you playing or not. And there's a scripture in the Bible that say man shall be judged for every word that comes out of his mouth, playing or not playing. So we are to take what we say more serious. We are to meditate on what we say before we say it. And like always, that's a word picture.